Till when do you need to be Mr. Nice Guy?
Hey, top of the morning to you, Rabbi.
It's 12:30, doofus. You slept in, eh?
Seriously? I could have swore this was like 9 a.m. snow, eh?
Good afternoon, Rabbi.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How's the weather?
It's a beautiful
day, eh?
So, what do you think of my question?
Well, that's an excellent question, Rabbi. You know, most people are closet meteorologists.
Meteorologists?
I apologize for doofus here for thinking that the question to which you are referring is the one about the weather.
There was another question?
Till when do you need to be Mr. Nice Guy?
You always need to be Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Mongo Beard. What is your problem? Why don't you just tell me what the question was?
Till when do you need to be Mr.
What
Nice
is your
Guy?
problem?
No, he's right. That was my opening question. Is there a limit to how nice you need to be? Especially when confronting someone over a very vital issue, like, say, a child's education.
Oh, well, I would say that in confrontational situations that policy is the best diplomacy.
You mean diplomacy is the best policy?
Shut up,
eh?
Hoser Hate. I'm trying to explain here why being nice is always nice.
You got snow for brains, Igloo Head.
Gentlemen, if I may.
Absolutely, eh? Sorry about that, eh?
sorry.
Do you know the story of Joseph in Egypt? How he became viceroy over the entire land, and there was a terrible drought. The wheat didn't grow for 7 years.
Whoa, just think, no wheat, no beer, 7 years.
Whoa. Beer stores closed for 7 years, eh? Whoa.
And Joseph's brothers descended from the land of Canaan into Egypt in order to buy food.
They were Canaanians, eh?
That's actually pretty funny there, Beaver Boy.
And when Joseph recognized them, but they didn't recognize him, how he gave them the runaround. He took their little brother Benjamin as a prisoner after setting him up as a thief.
And then Judah, the, star hockey player of the brothers, stepped up to Joseph, but not knowing it was Joseph. He thought he was
Viceroy.
Yeah, Viceroy.
What kind of name is Viceroy? Like vicious bad Roy?
Viceroy is actually French for Mishneh Lamelech, second to the king. Vice-roi.
Oh, I love poutine, eh?
Yeah, so good with Quebec beer, eh?
So Judah went up to the man he thought was the viceroy of Egypt in order to convince him to release his brother. And as the Torah says, he spoke into his ear.
Let my brother go!
Hey, he didn't yell into his ear like a hoser, eh? He's trying to convince him, eh? Talk nicely to him, right?
Let my brother go.
You'd think that Yehuda would have spoken like Mr. Nice Guy.
Well, yeah, especially as he was talking about Leroy Brown of Egypt, eh?
Right, but Yehuda did go on to say to the viceroy, let not your anger flare up against your servant.
Why would his anger flare up?
Maybe 'cause Yoda wasn't so Mr. Nice Guy after all.
Yehuda, Sasquatch.
Which is exactly what Rashi says. On this verse, Rashi comments that from this verse, we learn that Yehuda spoke to Yosef, to the viceroy, in a harsh manner.
Let my brother go!
Harsh manner doesn't mean that Yehuda raised his voice to the viceroy. He may well have whispered, but the substance of what he said was harsh, direct, to the point, critical. You let my little brother go or else.
Whoa. That's not very nice.
It's not very Canadian, eh?
There are situations in which there's simply no time for niceness and diplomacy, like when life or death issues are at stake.
Like when a child's well-being or education is at stake.
The Jewish education of a Jewish child is like the child's vital organs. When a vital organ is under immediate threat, there's no time for deliberation about how to protect the organ. One has to act immediately, effectively, spontaneously, with full force.
So Yehuda was like quick reflex, like Leroy Brown gonna poke out his eyes.
Loon brain.
Yes, like that. A Jewish education is like a Jewish child's eyes.
So, wait. So, Yehuda's little brother wasn't doing too good at school, eh?
More like little Benjamin, might do too well at school. Egyptian school.
Oh, I get it, 'cause in Egyptian school, all they teach you is how to build pyramids.
Doofus, don't you know that like ancient Egypt was full of idols? That's like statues of guys with nothing on but just mini skirts and hippopotamus heads.
Oh, so what? All the kids had to learn to have like hippopotamus heads?
Yeah, or dog heads.
Yeah. Welcome, boys and girls, to Intro to Barking.
Yeah, or like howling 101.
Well, in a sense, you're right. Egyptian idolatry was tantamount to a type of culture and education that promoted animalistic behavior among human beings. Yehuda was mortified that his little brother Benjamin might become a dog of a man.
Instead of him being what his father Jacob wanted him to be.
A mensch.
Hey, how did you know that word?
'Cause I am not a hippo head.
No,
hoser.
you're a moose head.
When what's at stake is making certain that a child is raised in a completely wholesome environment, an environment of the highest ethical principles, which here can only mean Torah principles.
Spiritual principles.
So you should be a nice guy only until the spiritual okayness of your child is at stake.
And after that, it's...
No more Mr. Nice Guy.